Last time, me and the 1000F went to Castle Combe to negotiate its fast kinks, tight chicanes and even tighter noise limit.
101 bang on.
So now that's out of the way, I can get this potentially loud exhaust can fitted. An opportunity for a semi-scientific back-to-back comparison at JHS Racing. The dyno graphs, well, we can't really argue with those. The noise comparison might be a bit rough and ready, but we'll see. Or rather here. This is the Yoshimura R11 ST, a few hundred grams lighter than the standard R11, which weighs about the same as the stock stubby silencer. It took Will at JHS a few minutes to fit. It looked like I could have done it, that's how simple it was, and simple enough to not bore anyone with a video of that. So, the stock run first. Then baffle in. And baffle out. We'll do a sound comparison in a minute, let's have a look at the printouts. I won't bother with the baffle-in graph here as the difference is tiny. The difference here isn't huge, it is just replacing the end can after all, but it's a good start. I'd mentioned on my page in the magazine that I was concerned about losing this dip, because I thought this was the fun bit. But I've had a look at what rev range I mostly use, and it turns out the fun bit is due to this bit here as the line gets steeper. So what used to happen was a feeling of a boost here, then it levels off, which makes you want to shift up a gear so you can repeat that nice surge. So you can see from the traces here that the surge from 6,500 is still there, but the levelling off that used to be there has now been filled in, and that is a noticeable difference on the road. Okay, a quick noise comparison now. Well, if you can hear the difference, maybe you should give GCHQ a ring and offer your services. Thing is, these are obviously at full throttle opening. On the road, just bumbling around, the main perception is that the sound from the Yoshimura has a bit more character, a bit of a metallic edge to it. A much bigger change is to the appearance of the bike, which I like. A lot. Some things that I did fit with moderate success now. A bunch of stuff from RNG basically. Seems odd to fit crash protection right after a damp track day, but the reason is this. On a circuit with only 11 other bikes out with you, you're master of your own fate. If you want to go out and ride in such a way that you definitely won't crash, you can. If you're on someone else's £10,000 motorbike and you can remind yourself before every session that it doesn't have any protection, that's as good as going out in shorts and flip-flops at making yourself ride pretty carefully. But, on my local roads this time of year, I'd say I'm about 98% responsible for keeping the GSX shiny side up, with a 2% possibility of an unfortunate combination of treacherous junction and unpredictable driver, which is why I'm grateful for these fork protectors and these aero crash protectors. Not least because they make me a little more likely to take the GSX-S for a spin rather than go in the car. So some quality time spent with the Suzuki this month. A good bit of light tinkering has really helped with the bonding process and made it a bit more interesting in the looks department. I think the RNG protection adds a hint of raceriness, and that end can makes so much difference it's almost worth it for the looks alone, so the extra mid-range torque is a pretty decent bonus. Next time is actually episode 0, because we'll be back in August when this 1000F was brand new and my knee sliders had only ever hit tarmac in the car park. Blame the magazine publishing people for the sequencing of that one. Hopefully see you then. I'm not on Facebook, but here's my email address.